everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's fun scroll saw project video, have another amazing Christmas design by Steve Good, and it is going to be a fretwork Christmas tree. Really cool. The style of fretwork is a very tedious style of scroll sawing with hundreds upon hundreds of interior cuts. This is a beginner level fretwork design, so really cool if you want to get your feet wet in this, and this is a slotted project. So once the Christmas tree is done, we're going to be able to slot it together and it will be freestanding, but really cool. I've already got the pattern printed out to its full size and attached to our material with clear packing tape, and we're going to stack cut and make two in this video and finish one. But really amazing. Here is the beautifully designed pattern by Steve Good, and keep in mind, since it is a tab design or a slotted design, I have had to make careful measurements and remark the slots here because the 1/4 inch plywood I get is not a true 1/4 inch. Just keep that in mind and take careful measurements, and your projects will always come out great. So I've got my scrap piece here as usual, and I just laid it on it and retraced the line, and now everything will slot together hopefully once we get everything cut out. But since everything is prepared, let's head over to the drill press, drill all of our pilot holes so we can come back to the scroll saw and begin scrolling. And over here on the drill press, we're taking a small drill bit and drilling all of the pilot holes for internal cutting. And with this being a fretwork style project, there is several internal cuts to be had here, but we will just take our time and get through them all. Over here on the scroll saw, I'm beginning with some of the smaller internal cuts. I am using a number 5 ultra reverse scroll saw blade, and it's cutting through both layers of 1/4 inch plywood here exceptionally well with minimal chip out. Total thickness here with the 2 layers is around a 1/2 inch thick, and the blade is still doing a phenomenal job. If you guys would like to try this pattern, it is available as a free pattern download over at Steve Good's scrollsawworkshop.blogspot.com website over in his free pattern catalog. As always, I'm just taking my time and letting the blade do the work here. Just going through all of the cuts. I have done some fretwork projects previously, but that was way before the YouTube channel ever started. And it's always fun to go back and look at the Victorian style of the fretwork projects. And I really wanted to make this tree and document the process on film. I always look forward every year to setting up the tree and putting the heirloom family ornaments on it, and going to my friends' houses and just seeing the creative nature of their Christmas trees and how they go about decorating. Finishing up with the internal cuts here, and then we will move the piece and retension the blade, and then everything will be outside cuts to release from the waste wood. And I'm cutting the slot here first, and we will test fit it before proceeding to following the long cut line to release this side of the tree from the waste wood. If you guys like what you're seeing, I would highly encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me over on Instagram at Artisan Pirate. I'd really appreciate the support. Again, just taking my time and guiding the blade along the cut line. Now on the other side of the tree, we will once again cut the slot first and test fit it before following the cut line and releasing the second side of the tree from the waste wood. And we are stack cutting and making 2 of the trees and finishing 1 in this video. And there will be a lot of finishing options for this tree. Of course, you can stain it, paint it, you could enlarge or reduce the pattern if you wanted. But now that all the scroll work is done, I'm removing the pieces from the waste wood. And there we have the pieces. And we will take one set over to the palm sander and sand both the front and back with 100 grit sandpaper. And then it will be ready for staining. I chose staining as a finish in this video, using my go-to Minwax wood stain here, being sure to get an even coat all over the piece and being sure with the sponge brush to get down in all the nooks and crannies
And I'll take a piece of t-shirt material here and wipe it down and hang them on hooks to dry. Staining the other side here. Once again, just making sure everything is saturated with the stain. And these will dry around 2 hours on the hooks here. And while they're drying, we will take a look at the family Christmas tree with the heirloom family ornaments, including the peace doves near the top from the grandparents' funerals. They are eternally watching over us, and the Christmas bells for each family member. But after the stain had dried, it was time to apply a finish, and I used Rust-Oleum clear gloss here and gave it several coats and let that dry around an hour or hour and a half, and then we could slot the tree together and the project was complete.
And here we have the completed Fretwork Christmas tree, cut out completely on the scroll saw with some amazing detail, and it came out fantastic. Thank you, Steve Good, for another amazing and creative pattern from your pattern catalog. Really, really cool. Of course, this is just a sampling of what fretwork can be over on the scroll saw. I know there is tons of patterns out there, especially for those ornate fretwork clocks that are out there with hundreds upon hundreds of interior cuts. Again, with this being miniature like this was all the detail it needed, and it still came out great. It took me around 30 minutes to cut this out start to finish over on the scroll saw, just taking my time and letting the blade do the work. And because I took careful measurements with the material I have that's not a true 1/4 inch, and I redrew the cut lines for the slot, everything came out great, and it slots together easily. I do not have to force anything and risk breaking anything apart. Of course, you have the option of gluing this together, and I'm going to leave it unglued so I can pop it apart at the end of Christmas and store it away so it's ready for next year to be put back together. If you glued it together, you could paint it, you can stain it like I have here, you could put decorations on it. But really, really cool. It has some beautiful detail, and I think just the stain in the clear coat that we done here in this video really came out great. The Christmas tree is an icon of the Christmas season, and I look forward to seeing all my friends' Christmas trees throughout the holiday season and how they go about decorating it. And I just love to see people's creative nature. If you will, when you decorate your Christmas tree, if you post it on Instagram, please tag me. I'd love to see you guys' creative nature on how y'all decorate your trees. I know some people go with a theme each year, and that's really, really cool, and I look forward to seeing those. But I had a lot of fun making this, and I hope you guys like watching me make this. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, and also follow me over on Instagram at Artisan Pirate. Links to all my social medias, as well as ways to contact me, will always be linked down in the description box below these videos. That's about all for this one, and remember guys, if I can make it or do it, so can you. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Take care, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys real soon.